warm welcome to our special report. This week we are in Andhra Pradesh tracking the big development on the demand for a separate statehood of Telangana. After the Congress Working Committee has made the declaration, sentiments are running high both in the coastal Rayalaseema and the Telangana regions. If Telangana becomes a reality, what will be the long-term and the short-term challenges as far as the legal, constitutional and the administrative framework is concerned? Over the next 30 minutes, we take a peek into all these issues.
To request the central government to take steps in accordance with the Constitution of India to form a separate state of Telangana.
Telangana stands on the threshold of achieving a 60-year-old dream of statehood. A series of political maneuvers has ensured that Telangana will become the 29th state in the Indian Republic in the coming months. Back-to-back meetings of United Progressive Alliances Coordination Committee and the Congress Working Committee gave their stamp of approval to partitioning Andhra Pradesh, India's fifth largest state, both in area and population.
There are some issues agitating the minds of the people on both sides. And I think it is the responsibility of the General Secretary in charge Andhra Pradesh and the state leadership to resolve these issues.
It took just 2 meetings for Congress President Sonia Gandhi to convince the party's core group that the time had come for the Congress to keep its promise to the people of Telangana. Those like Finance Minister P. Chidambaram would have been only too happy to endorse the proposal in order to erase from public memory the negative image created by the Midnight Proclamation on December 9, 2009, that the process of creating Telangana had begun.
The process of forming the state of Telangana will be initiated. An appropriate resolution will be moved in the State Assembly.
The movement for a separate state of Telangana, first spurred on by the support of the States Reorganization Commission in 1953, took off in the late 1960s, a decade after the constitution of the enlarged state of Andhra Pradesh. But the spontaneous movement took a new turn when the Congress legislators from the Telangana region joined it, and Dr. Chenna Reddy launched his Telangana Praja Samiti party in a short-lived political revolt. Amid continuing political turmoil in coastal Andhra and Rayalaseema that followed the Congress Working Committee resolution of July 30th requesting the centre to form a separate state of Telangana, the Union Cabinet has now given its seal of approval.
Further sought to group of ministers to determine a special financial disbursement that may be required from the central government in addition.
Rajya Sabha TV crew travelled to the 3 regions of Andhra Pradesh just days after the final announcement to find out the legal and the constitutional challenges to the formation of Telangana and also gauge the mood of the people. Right now I am at a village called Mote, which is part of the Nizamabad constituency, and it is the same village where the Telangana agitation actually began in 2001 and it spread across the districts of the Telangana region. This nondescript village in the heart of Telangana region in the constituency of Nizamabad rose to prominence in the year 2000 when Telangana Rashtriya Samiti chief K. Chandrasekhar Rao took a pledge to form a separate state. It was from this village that the protests fanned across Andhra Pradesh.
పౌరులమందరం కలిపి కష్టపడి హైదరాబాద్ని నిర్మించుకున్నాము.
We want Hyderabad as capital. We have put our blood and money for it.
వందల ఏళ్ల నుంచి అనుబంధం ఉన్నది మా తెలంగాణ ప్రజలందరికీ.
2001లో దోల్కొచ్చినాం ఆయనను కేసీఆర్ని.
We invited KCR to our village in 2001. We held a Gram Sabha and asked him to take up the cause of Telangana.
ఆయనను దోల్కొచ్చి మేమందరం ఇట్లా తెలంగాణ కట్టువాడు.
13 years down the line, the people here have seen several flip-flops by the state and the central governments. Even the latest CWC decision does not give them full confidence. There was a time when villagers at Mote were strong supporters of the Telangana Rashtriya Samiti. The political divide has completely disappeared and the only uniting factor now is a separate state of Telangana. Villagers say that they will vote for the party which gives them a separate state for sure. Residents of Mote village are anxious. They say their real moment of celebration will come when Telangana bill is passed by both houses of parliament.
पावर में जो आदमी रहता उसका एरिया डेवलप होता. हम तेलंगाना रीजन का कोई भी सीएम अभी तक ज़्यादा टाइम नहीं कर रहा है. इसके वजह से तेलंगाना पूरा बैकवर्ड हो गया.
అయితే ఈ నీళ్ళ ప్రాబ్లం ఇట్లుంటే కరెంట్ ప్రాబ్లం అట్లా.
We have several problems like water, electricity generation, funds for projects, all that needs to be resolved.
కావాలని అనుకుంటే ఆంధ్ర
A peek into the history shows that Andhra Pradesh was formed through the merger of the Telugu-speaking Andhra state and the Telugu-speaking part of the state of Hyderabad. Apprehensions against the merger were expressed. To allay the fears, a gentleman's agreement safeguarding the socio-economic and political interests of the Telangana region was arrived at between the leaders of Telangana and the Andhra regions. But over the years, these safeguards were violated and stories of discrimination, lack of job opportunities for the people from Telangana region came to the fore.
Telangana is not the question of inequalities, discrimination, oppression, exploitation, but we have crossed it. We say Telangana is self-identity, self-respect and self-rule.
In 1969, M. Narayana Reddy took up the cause and became the first member of parliament to echo the issue on the floor of the house. Reddy is languishing in the hospital due to ill health, but is keenly watching the events taking place around him.
By this movement, once Telangana is separated, a new chapter, a new era will begin. Smaller states ka, justice ka.
RSTV crew visited the Telangana University to find out the reality about the claims of discrimination and missed opportunities. Fears of students stumble out at the first opportunity.
All economical sources from water, from employees, from revenue department, all Telangana, money of the fund of the economics of the Telangana people, the Simandra people taking out from the Telangana people.
The academicians also have sordid narratives to tell.
All the different Andhra poets, their poetry is in the Telugu subject, not from the Telangana people. Lot of our Telangana poets are there. Why this much of difference between the Andhra and Telangana poets?
In Telangana region, for a district, there are 1 or 2 colleges which are aided and funded by the government. If you go to Simandra region, madam, 80% of the colleges are funded and aided by the government, where the 80% of the higher education budget is going for Simandra region, whereas 20% is coming to Telangana region.
Time for a short break. Don't go away. We'll come back with plenty more on the other side. Water and power sharing are set to become contentious issues between Telangana and Andhra when division becomes a reality. The bifurcation of the state will also put further work on several ongoing irrigation, infrastructure and power projects to a grinding halt, besides forcing the administration not to take any major decision that may affect just one region. Andhra Pradesh has been engaged in disputes with neighbouring states on sharing of river waters, with Karnataka over the Almaty Dam and with Maharashtra over the Babli project. Opposition parties so far have been stoking passions on both sides, and creation of Telangana state could further complicate the matters. Experts fear fierce disputes arising over the sharing of the Tungabhadra and the Krishna rivers.
They are not worried that their due share will be not be coming. No, they will get their share, but they were enjoying extra water which were rightfully belonging to Telangana area. That facility will be done.
The Fazal Ali Commission had very categorically said, if you want to make optimum usage of water, both Godavari and Krishna basins are very live rivers. You can make optimum usage of water only if they are under one territory.
Telangana has an installed capacity of 5,850 megawatts against a demand of more than 6,950 megawatts and will be power starved unless it gets a share from thermal projects located in Vijaywada, Madanuru and Visakhapatnam. Simandra has an installed capacity of 10,500 megawatts with about 9,000 megawatts demand, making it a power surplus region.
We will be falling short of, for domestic industrial consumption, the power, we are falling short of nearly 2,000 megawatts of power, which is another priority sector. This is also a challenge and we should take it up.
Whatever be the long-term advantages of the division of Andhra, but in the short term, there will be many challenges. The additional funds for building the social and physical infrastructure will certainly burden the central government, adding to the fiscal deficits which are already weighing down the economy. On the economic front, the bifurcation of Andhra Pradesh can change the fortunes of a large state of 85 million people. One of the fastest growing states in the country, Andhra Pradesh has successfully brought down poverty levels to 9.2%, which is less than half the national average. It has also emerged as one of the leading states in information technology, pharmaceuticals, health services and infrastructure. Biggest challenge for the centre right now is to ensure that a breakup would spur further growth and not whittle down these achievements. The business in coastal Andhra will lose easy access to the huge market in Hyderabad, while those in Telangana will not be able to access the large ports and even tap the huge gas reserves of the Godavari basin. According to the cabinet proposal, Hyderabad will be the joint capital for 10 years. Simandra will have a separate capital by this time. Sentiments are rising on both sides of the divide because of the city of Hyderabad. Successive governments in the state have encouraged industrial investments both in the public and the private sector in Hyderabad metropolitan development area. Now the big questions staring at the government are, what will happen to the investments of the people from Andhra region? Is it possible to migrate all these industries to Andhra region? How much time and money will the centre need to recreate the same? And who is going to fund it?
Because of these bunds, almost 60 to 70% trade is totally closed. Actually, see, unless you sell the product, how can you pay taxes to the government? See, it depends totally revenue motive actually.
Care will be taken if there is any injustice, and the due consideration will be given for the bifurcation of the power, water, roads, finance.
Following the pro-Telangana and the pro-United Andhra agitations that rocked the state in late 2009 and 2010, the central government appointed the Sri Krishna Committee to look into the issue in a comprehensive manner. The committee, after extensive consultations and field visits, came up with 6 recommendations on the way forward. Sri Krishna Committee report had put forward options like bifurcation of Andhra into Simandhra and Telangana with enlarged Hyderabad metropolis as a separate union territory. Bifurcation of the state with Hyderabad as Telangana's capital. Simandhra to have a new capital. And the third option was to keep the state united. Though the centre has decided to keep Hyderabad as a common capital for 10 years, the political slugfest over the city seems to be far from over.
Credit for delivering Telangana is something that cannot be bought in a shop. People know who did what.
Hyderabad should be capital of Telangana. Union territory proposal, tooth and nail, BJP will oppose.
A problem should be solved with a solution. A problem cannot be solved by creating a bigger problem.
Formation of a new state is governed by Article 3 of the Constitution. Under Article 3A, Parliament alone is competent enough to form a new state, and the consent of the legislature is a mere formality. The most important aspect in the formation of any state is the passage of the bill in Parliament. The decision on forming a separate state is derived more out of political will. Regarding Telangana, there is absolutely no constitutional requirement for any consent by the Andhra Pradesh Assembly. Article 3 of the Constitution gives the power to form a new state. The bill needs to be introduced in either houses of Parliament on the recommendation of the President of India. There is no need for a constitutional amendment while forming Telangana.
Article 3 and Article 4 are very wide-ranging. Whenever they have been invoked, there's been a lot of detail, and therefore groundwork is the first responsible constitutional duty.
The Supreme Court decision on Telangana said that there is no larger constitutional question on this issue and that the division of the state is a political question that the court cannot answer. While refusing to lay down guidelines for the government on this issue, the bench, however, stated that if a law is proposed to carve out a new state, then the matter would be looked into afresh by the Supreme Court. The petitions were withdrawn following this order.
The problems are immense. Constitutional consultation is only one part of it. The actual statute that will deliver, that will divide resources, that will say who owes what, who will get what, how will water be distributed, that's the real toughie.
Many still believe that Andhra Pradesh Assembly can defeat the process. In Telangana's case, the legislation comes under Article 3A, in which Parliament seeks to form a state by separating it from an existing territory. While it states that the bill shall be referred to the legislature of the state, it is still a matter of procedure and not considered mandatory.
We are not asking for bifurcation. We are not asking for a new creation of a new state. We say state of Hyderabad or Telangana, we want our own place. Own rule. We're not asking you to go.
Time for a short break. Don't go away. We'll come back with plenty more on the other side. Welcome back. You're watching our special report, Andhra Split Wide Open. Demand for a separate Telangana dates back half a century, but the statehood remained elusive till the fading electoral fortunes of the political parties changed the equations and made the idea more politically acceptable. A look now at the way politics is playing out over Telangana. While there is hope and jubilation in the Telangana region, 13 districts of Simandhra are on the boil. Restlessness prevails as to how the concerns have not been addressed. Besides the problems of water, power and the basic amenities, the possible political fallout is also one of the major challenges for the centre at the moment.
This is issues connected with the people. This is issues, basic issues which the people have to be addressed. If without addressing this, we cannot create bigger problems than the existing problem in an anxiety to give a state.
The group of ministers set up by the cabinet will now go into the issue of a special financial disbursement that may be required from the central government for the residuary state of Andhra Pradesh for building its capital and to cater to special needs of the backward regions. The new state will have a geographical area of 10 of the 23 districts of undivided Andhra Pradesh. Out of 42 Lok Sabha seats and 294 assembly seats in Andhra Pradesh, Telangana is likely to have 17 Lok Sabha seats and 119 assembly seats. The division of Andhra Pradesh will not only bring about a change in the geographical profile but will also totally alter the political landscape of the region. Obviously, the state will not enjoy the same political clout as it enjoyed so far. With 42 Lok Sabha seats presently, Andhra along with West Bengal accounts for the third largest kitty of Lok Sabha seats after Uttar Pradesh and Maharashtra. With anti-Telangana protests gathering more steam, the entry of YSR Congress leader Jagan Mohan Reddy's indefinite fast has given a new political dimension to the dispute.
We're doing it for a cause, man. Cause is to have the state united. We have problems. The past 62 days, people are on strike. There is a reason for that.
On the other hand, TDP chief Chandrababu Naidu's attempt to align with the BJP NDA coalition is being interpreted in political circles of Andhra as his last-ditch effort to save his party Telugu Desam from being decimated in the next elections.
What they have done is totally wrong. We want to tell to the nation this treacherous game played by Congress party. Generally, this type of issue, nobody expects any political gain.
Naidu's politics today is very confusing and perhaps indicates his state of mind given the complexities of politics arising out of the prospects of the creation of Telangana. But for Congress as well, balancing the two regions in terms of political dividends is not an easy task.
अब निर्णय लेने के बाद इसको बदलना नामुमकिन है.
The regional parties will play minor role and the national parties will play major role. Definitely with this BJP development agenda and Nava Telangana and Narendra Modi wave, the fight will between the Congress and BJP. Definitely BJP will get substantial seats.
For Telangana Rashtriya Samiti, it certainly is a mission accomplished, but the future of the organization is uncertain. After Telangana formation, the party could face an indefinite oblivion. The question is whether it will merge with the Congress or not.
We are open to the possibility of a working. It's not as if we are craving for it. We are open to the possibility of a working relationship.
With some central ministers like Pallam Raju and Chiranjeevi having put in their papers, Congress High Command very well knows the mood of the leaders in coastal Andhra and Rayalaseema. But ministers have been asked to cooperate with a group of ministers to firm up the modalities of the formation of Telangana.
I am very, very pained at the decision on the bifurcation of Andhra Pradesh, which was taken by the cabinet. And subsequent to the meeting, I met the Prime Minister and I have offered to resign. He has told me not to act in haste.
The most important political repercussion felt by the centre will be from other states where regional aspirants will lay new claims of statehood for Bodoland, Vidarbha, Purvanchal and so on. In the wake of Telangana becoming a reality, can the centre really contain the other regional aspirants? Fire over Telangana formation has not been doused and questions are being raised as to why can't Congress grant Bodoland, Gorkhaland, Vidarbha and Harit Pradesh. In fact, for Vidarbha and the division of UP, resolutions have been passed by the respective assemblies. The separatist movements for states like Bodoland and Gorkhaland have certainly received a fresh fillip. But when will the demands be conceded is the big question. Government should approach the formation of a new state not as a means to divide the people but as a measure to foster unity based on equal justice and opportunity to the people of both the regions. On that note, time for us to wrap this edition of our special report. Thanks for watching and goodbye.